And here we are now after the practice here on the final day of Rams training camp. Number one for this young man here, Steve Avila. We bring him to all of our viewers on East LA Sports and beyond because why? He right now is a pride of our generation who is playing now in the game of his dreams. And Steve, welcome. Welcome to Los Angeles and East LA here
Yeah,
for sure.
man.
But how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. We had a good practice today. The weather's fine. It's the last day of camp here, so we're going to pack up and head back up to Thousand Oaks. So I'm really excited.
Wonderful to hear that. You've been working hard and everyone is excited. Coach McVay, all your teammates, the rookie class, you guys have been busy since you came to LA.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's kind of go back to our viewers now. When you got the word, you were drafted and then you were going to be coming.
Yeah.
You had to make preparations with family as well.
I did. It was a really stressful time just to, we're all thinking about, like, we don't know. I didn't know where I was going to go. That's just how the draft works. So, I got that call from Les Snead and McVay, and it was one of the greatest days of my life, man. It was. But from there on, we had planning. I think I had 2 weeks before I came. We started OTAs, and ever since then, it's been going. So been picking up steam. We're ready to go into the season.
And Steve, as you're here to get acclimated and accommodated here, the Rams outreach, community outreach, you guys were busy. We followed you going out to some of the schools and other locations. Your impressions of that so far with the other rookies?
It's been amazing. I mean, it's really a different world, when you're in college and the NFL, because there's just so many more viewers and so many kids that look up to you. And that's one thing that I really love, about being an NFL player. I love, being a role model, to young kids. So it's awesome, and I can't wait, to do more things for the community.
We have been waiting to kind of mention before we started about that generational gap in between outstanding Latino linemen, Chicano, Mexicano, whatever they identify with, they're there. And we looked and I mentioned Anthony Munoz, of course, as being almost a standard bearer, but even the Rams had Frank Corral here, Danny Villanueva. So there's been a history of the Rams with our community, and it's always been very, very healthy. And just like the Dodgers, we almost go to every game. So you'll see SoFi filled up with a lot of our folks, and rightly so because we love football. But you now, as you mentioned, role model, and we've got a lot of Pop Warner, then high school, middle, all the way up to college, like you just left. But your thoughts on making it now, and then advice for them as they continue their career?
Yeah. Well, first off, I just want to say, I guess, how much of a blessing it is, to be of that minority and be able to be that role model, as I explained, to the younger Latino community. But it's a great feeling, to, just be that representation, because that's definitely needed in the game of football. And I know that, and I know I'm probably letting y'all a lot down, but I'm learning Spanish, so that's coming up. So we'll get to that, I promise.
And Steve, we have said this is a work in progress. We welcome you with open arms, and we can only bring you in as familia.
Yeah, for sure.
At some point in time, our children understand familia, as most folks do. Not to say that ours is any better, but ours is very intense, very deep. With the love and the amor, the cariños, just like your father, your mother have that, and you've given it to you as a trait and a characteristic, and you will manifest it to us in due time. But Steve, just very quickly for our Pop Warner kids, they're going to be watching the NFL now and seeing Avila, and then looking on the back, and oh my goodness, Pop Warner linemen, they don't get to see too many. Of your type of player on the line, but your advice for them and also for the others.
Just, you can't let anything stop you. Being a minority in America, it's kind of hard, to come up in a profession like this. But I truly never had that barrier try to stop me. I've had a great family and a great people around me to bring me up, and I just keep on going, man. It's a tough road, but at the end of the day, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And it's always going to shine. So,
and of course, their coaches and mentors continue to work with them as they develop through middle, high school, and then college. Quickly looking back at TCU for you, Steve, that a big revelation was made when Coach McVay was looking. Even your coach at TCU said, "Our center is hurt. You're offensive guard." There was some play about, "Hey, what can Steve Avila do because we need him on the line?" Talk a little bit of how that happened.
Yeah. So, during the game, there's a couple times where our center had gotten cramped, but I was ready to go. I played 2 years at center, I think 2020, 2021, and I just fell right back into that routine. It was a little nerve-wracking, but, after that first play, I was like, I still got it. So, it is definitely a great feeling being utilized, in that aspect as an offensive lineman, being able to move around in different spots. And that's just something that I want to bring to the Rams. I'm getting acclimated, to playing left guard right now. And, we're going to pick up, learning that more of the offense and picking up.
Okay, and then came graduation time. TCU had to say goodbye to your fellow teammates and classmates. And 37th pick in the NFL draft, Coach McVay and the War Room, they're all excited. Talk a little bit about how they approached you and said, hey, come on with us.
Yeah, well, I mean, first I was the first pick of the Rams draft, and it was just an amazing feeling getting here. I was welcomed with open arms, as every rookie was. And they emphasized how much of a need, that they needed, me. And it's definitely a responsibility, that I'm holding. And I want to, keep true to myself, keep true to this team. And I'm for sure, doing my best to be the best person I can be for this team and for the coaches.
And Steve, we have just a few more minutes left because you got to get back into the swing of the post-game situation. But we want to at least bring you forward up to this point now where you are, because all eyes are going to be on the Rams again with Coach McVay, coaching staff, new players, new everything because of being Super Bowl champs. We have that bar set so high, but you will be in our sights, continuing on to speak with you more in depth as time goes by. But your thoughts now of completing your first NFL camp, and now just a matter of a few days, the Chargers. There you go. Let's talk about that real quick.
I mean, it's a surreal experience. I mean, I got here in May, and time just flew by, and that's just how everything goes. I feel like when you're in the football world, I can remember when I was a freshman. I was looking back actually at pictures of when I was a freshman, and time just flies so fast. But it's good to see the progression from when I got here to where I'm at now, and I just know that I'm going to continue to grow. And as of playing with the Chargers, man, I'm excited for my first NFL game, preseason game. I'm very excited. I have a couple of teammates who got drafted by the Chargers, so it'll be nice to meet with them up again, and hopefully we'll come up with the victory.
Okay, and just very briefly now on your social side, when you're not in the pads and you're not out here, working hard at a profession now, because this is for pay. You will be paid very nicely for your efforts, but you do have your regular Steve Avila time on your sides. Some of your movies, music interests, anything you can share with our...
I listen to a lot of music. I really don't do much outside of football. Like I take that time to rest and relax. I get massages a lot, man. You got to take care of your body when you're an athlete, and I suggest that for even high schoolers, to learn how to take care of your body. But when I'm not playing football, I'm mostly around my friends and my family. So that's really one of my core values that I have, and because those are the people that have helped me get here, and it's awesome being able to have a support system of that. So.
And we, in terms of your dining habits, so to speak, your mom made great enchiladas, from what I understand. So, you already know the meals and the types of Mexican food or Chicano food you like, or other types. But you are well versed in that, as they said, the gourmet.
Yeah, for sure. So my family has a barbecue restaurant down in South Texas in Hebronville. It's called Avila's Barbecue. It's really, really good. I don't want to be biased, towards that, but it's awesome, and they cook amazing food. It's like Tex-Mex barbecue. Every time I go down there, I always gain a couple pounds. So,
well, Steve Avila, we've been given our sign.
So much, man.
Thank you so much. This precious time with you and good time.
Yes, sir.
Because it's only step one of a very long journey.
For sure. We'll talk again, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
There he is, 73. That's the number you'll be looking for. And on his uniform, he will have Avila there for everyone to see. So, for Franklin Robles and Rico Cabrera Sr., the interview team for East LA Sports Scene, we thank our special guest today, Señor.
Appreciate you.
Esteban.
Yes, sir.
Esteban Avila. Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, que le vaya bien. Okay, that's going to do it for this edition, and we'll be back with more coming up, hopefully at the game on Saturday. Don't go away. East LA Sports Scene will be back.